Man United exploring stunning move for £42 million star after Tottenham snatch Mathys Tel. Manchester United are interested in signing a midfielder who was among the Premier League's best when previously in England, though sources agree a deal is riddled with difficulties. With tonight's 11 p.m. deadline fast approaching, Manchester United are against the clock if they are to complete any late signings. But according to Daily Mail reporter Sami Mokbel, United are interested in adding a big-name midfielder to their ranks. Taking to X, Mokbel reported, Douglas Luiz's anticipated return to the Premier League looking difficult. Manchester United have an interest, but prospect of any agreement with Juventus not close. Luiz, 26, cost roughly £42 million or €50 million when moving to Juventus from Aston Villa last summer. The Brazilian has endured a difficult time in Turin so far, racking up just 656 minutes of action across all competitions. Nonetheless, Luiz established himself as one of the Premier League's finest central midfielders during his time at Villa Park. He was named Aston Villa Players' Player of the Season in 2022 and didn't earn a £42 million move to Juventus for nothing. Manchester City, one of Luiz's former clubs, had shown interest in bringing the midfielder back to the Etihad earlier this window. Manchester United interested in signing AS Roma star Paulo Dybala. Manchester United have once again turned their attention to long-term target Paulo Dybala, as per reports. Despite these glaring issues, United are set to wrap up their January business without any attacking reinforcement. Instead, it is being suggested that Ineos are exploring the possibility of signing Dybala in the summer. According to Fichajes, the AS Roma attacking midfielder has sparked the interest of United, who are closely following his development as they intend to add him to their ranks at the end of the season. It is claimed that the Premier League giants are searching for a creative reinforcement for their attack and consider the Argentina international as a priority option. The Spanish outlet add that United's financial power could be decisive in closing the deal. However, considering the side's financial fair play concerns, it's tough to see them flex their muscles on a marquee name like Dybala, especially as their Champions League qualification for the next campaign is very much uncertain. Roma, meanwhile, have not ruled out selling the World Cup winning playmaker, whose contract in the Italian capital is due to expire in the summer of 2026. A creative force like Dybala, who is capable of making a difference from wide areas as well as through the middle, could be a perfect option for a wide playmaker role in Amorim's 3-4-3 setup. Had United shown more ambition and urgency in this window, the 31-year-old Serie A star would have been a top Rashford replacement for the remainder of the season. Two of Erik ten Hag's first Man United signings have been axed by Ruben Amorim. Two others will follow soon. Ruben Amorim has wasted no time offloading players he believes are not up to scratch at Manchester United. Amorim was ready to sell Antony if a suitable bid arrived after being left unimpressed by the 82 million Brazilian pounds. Malaysia is now joining PSV on loan. There is no buy option attached to Tyrell Malaysia's loan, meaning he will return to Manchester in the summer. After Antony and Malaysia's exit, United will turn their attention to the summer transfer window, where more departures are expected. Both Casemiro and Christian Eriksen arrived in Ten Hag's first transfer window, but their days at the club are now numbered. Manchester United interested in signing AS Roma star Paulo Dybala. According to Fichajes, the AS Roma attacking midfielder has sparked the interest of United, who are closely following his development as they intend to add him to their ranks at the end of the season. It is claimed that the Premier League giants are searching for a creative reinforcement for their attack and consider the Argentina international as a priority option. The Spanish outlet add that United's financial power could be decisive in closing the deal. Paul Merson names the Premier League star Man United should sign who is 100 times better than what they have. United need a big, strong lad up front. They should go and get Mateta. But they won't, because he plays for Palace. He is 100 times better than what they have at Manchester United, apart from Diallo, said Merson on Sky Sports. Reason: Man United pulled Tel plug revealed after Ineos balked at request for Spurs-bound star. A report from The Telegraph claims they pulled out after Bayern Munich asked for a £5 million loan fee. Manchester United reportedly decided to exit the race for Bayern Munich starlet Mathis Tel before Spurs reached an agreement with the Bundesliga giants. Arrived. Fabrizio Romano provides night update on imminent Manchester United transfer. Manchester United left-back Tyrell Malacia has reportedly landed in the Netherlands to finalize his transfer to PSV Eindhoven. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano confirmed the former Feyenoord star has now arrived in Eindhoven for the final talks with the Eredivisie giants. Tyrell Malacia has arrived in Holland to proceed in talks with PSV Eindhoven on loan from Man United, posted the famous transfer market insider on his X account. Answered. PSV secure deadline day signing from Manchester United. The 25-year-old has seen a huge twist in his future whereabouts. News from the start of day centered around Marcus Rashford, having departed to join Aston Villa on loan. A fresh development came in regards to Tyrell Malacia and his future. It was well known that he had said his goodbyes to teammates during the weekend, ahead of his move to Benfica. However, talks for the move to Portugal has since failed, as reported here on Centre Devils. He now seems set to join PSV Eindhoven, where Cody Gakpo played before joining the Premier League. As Just Vlahovic reported on X, talks somehow collapsed between United and Benfica. That opened up the path for PSV Eindhoven to swoop in for the left-back. Malacia is expected to have his medical shortly, with confirmation expected from the club soon. His contract is set to expire in summer 2026 and was set to join Benfica on a loan deal. Tyrell Malacia has featured just 3 times for United in the Premier League this season. But the major plot twist has come at a pivotal point, with his future whereabouts changing on deadline day. Benfica will be gutted at the loss of acquiring his signature, as he would have provided much-needed cover in the left-back spot. His tenure at Manchester United has only come to disappointment for United fans. The arrival of Patrick Dorgu was also a factor in pushing Tyrell Malacia down the pecking order. The Dutchman was expected to become a stalwart figure under Erik ten Hag. Tyrell Malacia. Transfer falls. Through fresh news has come to light in regards to the future of the left-back. That has in turn benefited PSV, allowing the Dutch side to have a free run at Malacia. It was well known that the 25-year-old had said his goodbyes to the squad at Carrington around the same time Marcus Rashford departed. Malacia has struggled with long-term injuries, which made him become a fringe player under Ruben Amorim. The arrival of Patrick Dorgu was also a factor in pushing Tyrell Malacia down the pecking order. His contract is set to expire in summer 2026 and was set to join Benfica on a loan deal. Malacia has featured just 3 times for United in the Premier League this season, but the major plot twist has come at a pivotal point, with his future whereabouts changing on deadline day. Benfica will be gutted at the loss of acquiring his signature, as he would have provided much-needed cover in the left-back spot. His tenure at Manchester United has only come to disappointment for United fans. The Dutchman was expected to become a stalwart figure under Erik ten Hag. However, Ruben Amorim's 3-4-3 system only comes as a disservice to Malacia's position as a natural left-back. Juventus star on Manchester United radar. Manchester United could very much do with solid midfield additions, as the transfer window nears its deadline. The Red Devils have made just 2 notable signings so far. Patrick Dorgu joined from Lecce, and Aiden Heaven arrived from Arsenal. Several players have also left on loan to gain more minutes. Marcus Rashford sealed a move to Aston Villa for the rest of the season. Antony also departed, joining Real Betis on loan until the summer. United could still make a late move before the transfer deadline. They are reportedly interested in signing Juventus midfielder Douglas Luiz. According to Sami Mokbel of the Mail, United have an interest in the £42 million star. However, he reports that an agreement with Juventus is not close. With the 11 p.m. deadline looming, a deal seems unlikely, but not impossible. Ruben Amorim's side could benefit from the engine Luiz provides in midfield. Douglas Luiz has struggled for game time since joining Juventus in the summer. The 26-year-old has made just 19 appearances, totaling 656 minutes. During his time at Aston Villa, Luiz showcased his ability as a box-to-box midfielder. He made 204 appearances for Villa, scoring 22 goals and providing 24 assists. A move to United could also impact Kobbie Mainoo's role under Amorim. The England international played as a number 10 in the recent win over FCSB. Mainoo thrived in an advanced midfield role, showing his attacking quality. Against FCSB, he scored, assisted, created 3 chances, and completed 4 dribbles. Luiz's arrival could allow Mainoo to play permanently in a more attacking position. The Brazilian is a strong ball winner and a progressive passer. Last season, he averaged 2.44 tackles per game and 5.05 progressive passes per game. United could strengthen their midfield while also developing Mainoo's attacking potential. Luiz earns £132,000 per week, according to Capology. If United can complete the deal, Amorim will gain a high-quality midfielder. Alejandro Garnacho drops hint about his future amid transfer links. The Argentinian was another rumored to leave Manchester United, despite Marcus Rashford's departure. The Argentine has been linked with Napoli and Chelsea throughout January. However, he is already looking ahead to Friday's FA Cup clash with Leicester City. Garnacho reacted to United's loss to Crystal Palace by posting about the upcoming game. Had he been set to leave today, he likely would have remained silent. Manchester United are not expected to make any signings on deadline day. They have sanctioned Marcus Rashford's loan move to Aston Villa. However, they will not bring in a direct replacement due to financial constraints. United had been linked with Bayern Munich striker Mathys Tel, but the Frenchman is set to move to Spurs instead of joining United. Ruben Amorim started Kobbie Mainoo as a false 9 against Crystal Palace. Both Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee were left out of the starting 11. United could use another striker, but no arrivals are expected before the deadline. Amorim will have to rely on his current options until the summer transfer window. Alejandro Garnacho and other attackers now have a chance to prove themselves. A major squad overhaul is expected at Old Trafford in the summer. Failure to impress could put Garnacho's future at the club in jeopardy. Despite being seen as a key part of United's future, he has been deemed sellable. His performances in the coming months will be crucial to his long-term prospects. Time to prove his worth as a United player, with fans running out of patience. Manchester United make contact to sign £314,000 a week striker on deadline day. Manchester United have approached Juventus with a question of signing striker Dusan Vlahovic ahead of the transfer deadline, according to TBR Football. TBR Football have reported that talks between Juventus and Vlahovic over a contract extension have stalled, with the £314,000 a week striker unwilling to accept a reduced wage packet that is currently being offered to him. Not only that, but the forward will now face competition from Randal Kolo Muani, who joined from Paris Saint-Germain on loan until the end of the season. According to Graham Bailey, Man United have asked to be kept informed on Vlahovic's situation and could perhaps be tempted into making a move for the Serbian international. A proven goal scorer, Vlahovic would offer relief to a front line that has struggled all season for Man United. though whether they can hammer out a deal remains to be seen. Arrived. Fabrizio Romano provides night update on imminent Manchester United transfer. Manchester United left-back Tyrell Malacia has reportedly landed in the Netherlands to finalize his transfer to PSV Eindhoven. The 25-year-old has been expected to leave the club for weeks after failing to convince Ruben Amorim in his recent outings. The Dutchman made his return from injury earlier in the season after spending more than a year on the sidelines with a knee injury. However, his mediocre outings suggest he's still far from his best physical condition. Therefore, the Red Devils have been looking to find the Netherlands international a temporary club that can help him regain his optimal form while providing him with regular playing time. The Premier League giants were initially counting on Benfica, who were interested in acquiring the fullback's services. However, the two clubs failed to reach an agreement, so that track faded. But luckily for United, PSV emerged as an ideal destination. As reported in recent hours, the Dutch champions have found an agreement with Manchester United over a 6-month loan move. Tyrell Malacia arrives in the Netherlands to complete PSV Eindhoven transfer. Italian journalist Fabrizio Romano confirmed the former Feyenoord star has now arrived in Eindhoven for the final talks with the Eredivisie giants. Tyrell Malacia has arrived in Holland to proceed in talks with PSV Eindhoven on loan from Man United, posted the famous Transfer Market Insider on his X account. It should be noted that while the transfer window will slam shut in England as well as Spain, Italy, Germany, and France on Monday night, it will remain open in the Netherlands until Tuesday. Hence, PSV will be granted one extra day to put the deal over the line. For their part, United already have a replacement in Carrington, having signed Patrick Dorgu from Lecce on a deal worth circa €35 million. Sky Sports confirm Manchester United transfer news. Manchester United looks set on their plans for the final few hours of transfer deadline day. At the start of the month, Manchester United highlighted the left wing back and striker roles as their priorities to recruit to. Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee, unfortunately, are failing to provide any consistent goal contributions up top, with Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia being routinely injured in left back, leading to Ruben Amorim's desperation to sign to the roles. So far this transfer window, we've seen Patrick Dorgu, Aiden Heaven, and Diego Leon sign their contracts and pre-contract to join the club, covering the defensive priority. However, collapses in deals for Mathys Tel and Christopher Nkunku have left United with no new attacking signings. Despite this, the club are happy with their transfer business, preferring to not sign a striker overpaying on their valuation for a player who is as of yet unproven. Manchester United closed their doors to the transfer market. Sky Sports have now reported that United have closed their doors on the transfer market, with any new movement from the club being unlikely. This has also been reported by Fabrizio Romano, with the reporter adding that not only are no new signings likely, but no outgoings either, with Alejandro Garnacho set to stay at Old Trafford. Whilst Napoli looked likely to sign the Argentine throughout January, the only real contender towards the end of the window was Chelsea, looking at a swap deal with Nkunku. Fabrizio Romano confirms Manchester United deadline day plans. Fabrizio Romano has now taken to social media to confirm Manchester United's plans for the remainder of transfer deadline day. Now, Fabrizio Romano has taken to X to confirm the current situation for Manchester United after the Red Devils signed Patrick Dorgu and Aiden Heaven this January. The Post confirmed that United are not expected to complete any more deals today, with Dorgu, Heaven, and Diego Leon rounding off their January signings, showing a clear focus on the left side of the defense. Whilst United were also keen to sign a striker, looking to Bayern Munich's Mathys Tel and Chelsea's Christopher Nkunku, neither have materialized, nor are they about to. Tell has now signed to Tottenham Hotspur, ruling out that deal. However, the closing off of a deal for Nkunku also rules out the possibility of Alejandro Garnacho leaving the club today. United and Chelsea were looking at a possible swap deal regarding the pair, both valued in. The other deal Romano is referring to is a last-minute look at Leon Bailey from Aston Villa as a replacement to Marcus Rashford, who has joined the Villains on loan. Much like Nkunku, Romano has confirmed that this deal also hasn't been close to getting across the line, with Ruben Amorim's plea to sign a striker by the close of deadline day looking even more likely to go unanswered. Man United exploring stunning move for £42 million star after Tottenham snatch Mathys Tel. With tonight's 11 p.m. deadline fast approaching, Manchester United are against the clock if they're to complete any late signings. But according to Daily Mail reporter Sami Mokbel, United are interested in adding a big-name midfielder to their ranks. Taking to X, Mokbel reported, Douglas Luiz's anticipated return to the Premier League looking difficult. Manchester United have an interest, but prospect of any agreement with Juventus not close.